Oh, uh-oh. Hello, is anybody out there? Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone at all? I'm having major technical difficulties over here. All right, looks like it's working. Oh yeah, I'm glitching. So I don't know how well this is gonna work. I might have to turn on my hotspot. I'm watching myself on my phone to see how bad I'm freezing. Watching myself on my phone to see how bad I'm freezing. What's up, Pepper Guru? How you been doing, man? What's up, Pepper Guru? How you been doing, man? We'll see how this goes. If it doesn't go good, let me know, and I'm gonna try to switch. I'm gonna try to switch to my hotspot because that's actually what I used last time. Echo, 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 echo. Amanda Mitch, what's up, dude? You better tell your old man to quit being so scarce. Old Nate Mitch. Um, I talked to him a little bit, but I know he's like busy and stuff, which is understandable. I'm busy a lot too. Um, so I hope to do more live streaming more often. I miss doing it. I miss hanging out with everyone and stuff. Lies? Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell him that. He used to always be on Discord and not so much anymore. I don't think I see him at all on there. Um, but yeah, he sent me. I think he sent me like 5 or 6 varieties of seeds, and like it seemed like every one of those did well. Um, I never did get to try the um, mini avocado, but um, so I'm moved. Most of you know I moved to Susanville. My wife is actually still in Watsonville, which is like 400 miles away, and so she sends me up. He sends me peppers from the garden down there, and I can hardly I can hardly keep up with them. They're like a lot of times they're just sitting and they're like rotting, and I'm like trying to get the seeds out, that kind of stuff. Um, so I did grow the mini avocado that Nate's me. What's up, Nate? There you are. No, I still have seeds. I mean, unless you want to send the actual, if you have actual peppers and you want to try to send them to me, you can. I remember you tried to send me some primo tallies. I felt bad because they never showed up. And you know, I feel bad because you spent the money to send them. But anyways, the olive avocados, like I grew like 2 of them, and one didn't do anything, and the other one had peppers on it. I tried one that wasn't ripe all the way, and it tasted pretty good for being an unripe pepper. It actually had a really good flavor. But my wife picked them and sent them to me, and somewhere along the line, like she had somebody that was coming my direction bring them to me, and I can't find them. Either they fell out of the bag or whatever. But the one unripe, I think it was almost ripe. The reason why I know it wasn't ripe is the seeds are supposed to be black, right? The seeds were not black. They were like still kind of like a light color. Um, but I mean, don't if you like, you can send me peppers if you want, but like I'm not. I don't want to put you through trouble. Um, you know what I'm saying? They ate them probably. I don't know. My wife can't really handle the heat too much, but somebody else might have got their hands on them. Um, they are ripe when they pull easily away from the calyx. Okay, good to know. Because yeah, they take a long time, and it's really hard to tell because they're green. One felt like it was getting soft, so I thought it's got to be ripe. And I tried it. Uh, I cut it open, and the seeds weren't black yet. But I took a bite, and it actually tasted really good. It didn't really taste unripe necessarily, but I know that it was. And plus, I don't know what it tastes like when they're completely ripe. But they didn't taste green like that green kind of flavor. But anyways, get a hot mail. That's my actual name. I got mail for my wife today. So we'll go over what. So these are actually from my own plants that are down on the Central Coast in California. So here's some peach ghosts. I got a lot of these this year. These are really good. Black seed, I get it. Black seed equals right. Um, let's see, hurt berries. Um, some hurt berries. They get a slight. Okay, they get a slight brown, yellow, gold color when they begin to soften to the touch. Seeds blacken, fruit pulls away from the calyx almost too easily. Okay, that's good to know. So here's they didn't get very big, but here's one of the hurt berries that I grew this year. I haven't seen them. They ripened while I was up here. Um, so there's those hurt berries, and I nearly died eating those last year. I'm not sure what these are. I think these are some that I got from Heckle. They're I think that's what they are. I think they're what are they? Charleston Hinkle hats crossed with Charleston hots. They're in them. It's kind of like a filler um, for making hot sauce. I believe they're unmarked, but I believe these are. It's hard to. This is one of those two. I know what they are. I don't. I know which plant they came off of, and I did save seeds, but I don't know if these are either carbon boot 7-pot yellows times chocolate primo or they're chocolate reapers. But I lost the label on these, or I mislabeled them, so I'm not exactly sure. What else? These, I believe, my wife didn't know. She thought these were ripe because they were like all the same color, but I think these are just reapers that never got ripe. I'll use these in a sauce. I'll make like a probably a jalapeno um, tomatillo sauce and throw these in to kind of kick up the heat. So then that lets me I'll like roast or grill the jalapeno, and I'll put a lot of tomatillo to really get that tomatillo flavor because I throw these in. It doesn't change the color, but it kicks the heat way up. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, like making a nice verde sauce. Here's some dragon's breath. I tried these this year too. Very hot, not as hot as I thought they were going to be. They were more of like a throat burn. These are unmarked. I'm not sure what these. I think these are like Jay's Pink or something, and I really don't know if these are even ripe yet because they get kind of more like a peachy pink color. I know what these are just by looking at them. These are Scotch Brains. I've got a few of those late in the season. A bag of ripe Reapers. Let's see what we got. This is supposed to be a purple brain strain. The plant didn't do very well. I'm not even sure if this is ripe or not. It might be, but it is still like a solid color. It's probably hard to tell, but it's like it's like a purple. I'll try that one later. Let's see. These are some Tobago peppers. What's we got here? Eye candy. Now this is an interesting. Now these plants are absolutely beautiful. I got these from the seeds from Mark Wilkerson. Um, they're like a dark foliage, like purple, and it's hard to do this. Um, and they're kind of like variegated. Um, they're like purple, but they got like green coming through. They're pretty cool looking, and it's a pretty neat like just the way the pattern of the color on the leaves. But I'm definitely gonna want to do a video on this. I think this is actually a the same guy who did MA Vortex. Is it Matthew Arthur or something like that? I think is what the MA stands for. I believe this is his cross. It's called eye candy, and I really thought it'd be cool. It's a chinense. I grew Nymphadora, which is a chinense variegated chinense variety. To cross the eye candy with a Nymphadora would be sick. I think. Oh, this I've been waiting for this. These are some reapers that the whole plant had like crazy tails on. Look at that tail. It's super long. But this one's even longer. Look at this one. Super long tail. So I'm definitely saving seeds from this one and hope to get like some crazy tails. And then here's the other ones. These are all off the same reaper plant. It's got some really sick tails on them. Nate, do you have the Nymphadora? Is that what you're talking about? Or just some different variegated plants? I grew the calico this year, and I really wish I would have done a video on that. I just showed them in like some grow updates. Um, but man, those calicos are beautiful. These are just some Tabasco peppers. I made some spicy ketchup with a bunch of Tabasco peppers, and it was on punto. You know what I mean? It was hitting hard. Everybody loved it. I think these are some more reapers. You gotta have reapers, man. You know what I mean? You can never have enough reapers. So these are some more Carbon Boot 7 Pot Yellow times Primo Yellow, but they came out red. I saved some really cool shapes on those this year. Unmarked. It's probably like a Reaper or something like that. What else? These are marked wrong, but I know those are Reapers. Pretty sure. These are some Mata Frades. I got a bunch this year. Those are really good and really beautiful plant. And these are some more primos times lemon drop. Yeah, the Nymphadora, those are cool. Jesse the pepper dude sent me like 2 seeds. I think he only had a few, and he gave them out to a few different people. Um, so yeah, I think I got 2 or 3 seeds from him, and yeah, I think I still have one left, but I harvested some Nymphadoras, and so I got plenty of seeds left on those. I had some people that were thinking about joining me, but I think they got scared. But anyways, let's see if they still want to join me on here. I know it's like Friday night. We got like 3 people watching. That's cool. This is kind of like a spur of the moment thing. Let's see how I look. This is like a spur of the moment thing. Okay, it's working. Let's see if some of these guys want to join here. So, what do you guys? What was your guys' favorite thing you grew, or favorite things that you grew this year, um, that you enjoyed? I'm trying to think what my favorite was. I don't know. The Motto Friday was really good. Um, what else? Motto Friday was really good. Oh, Black Reaper blew me away. That thing was so hot, so stinking hot, and but it had a really good flavor. Um, I really enjoyed that one, and I'm glad I got some seats. And I don't know if it really is a Black Reaper, um, but whatever it is, um, it was good, and it was crazy looking. Um, if you saw the video I did on that one, those things are psycho looking. They don't really look like a Reaper; they look like a mushroom cloud or something. Uh, but they were black, and that red would shine through, like kind of shine through as they're getting ripe. Um, as they're cutting ripe, but then that red would turn peach. It'd be like or like an orangish peach kind of color, so it'd be black with like this orange peach kind of color coming through, almost like that habanero. When the habanero kind of gets that peachy orange kind of look, um, it kind of had that color coming through. And I was surprised by. I wasn't so surprised by how hot it was. I'm surprised how good it tasted, and how hot it was at the same time. So a lot of times you trade that trade off, like something's super duper hot, but it doesn't taste that great. It's just like you're getting like an oil taste or something. But this one had a good flavor for how hot it was, and in my opinion, that's a rarity. A lot of super hots, they taste okay, but they don't have like a lot of good flavor. Okay, let me go through the comments here. Pepper Guru, Amanda Mitch said, the one that we lost the tag to, so we just called it the backyard orange. It sucks when um, you don't know what something is and you lose the tag or you mislabel it. Happens all the time, but um, when you have so many peppers, lose track. It's almost like you know, it kind of shows that you're having a good year because you have so much stuff that you lose track. Like, oh man, what could it be? I'm growing. I think I grew like maybe 60 or 70 varieties, and so it's easy that if you lose a tag or if you mislabel it, you got to be like super careful, because then you may never know what it was. It could be something that you only have one of and you've never grown before, so you don't know what it looks like. Let's see. Pepper Guru said, really enjoyed growing the Lee Hams hybrids this year. He did a variegated ghost that I helped with in one generation. That's sick. That's cool. A variegated ghost. That sounds awesome. Nate Mitch and Lucifer Lemon. Those were really good. Sounds hot and tasty. Um, I'm guessing it was yellow. Was it a yellow pepper? Yellow peppers are some of my favorites. My absolute favorite color of pepper. It seems like every color kind of has its own kind of flavor. It's peach. I like peach colored pods. Those are my favorite. Amanda Mitch really like KS Linzo. That's a good one. I like those too. Um, oh, so you think that variegated ghost was with a Nymphadora? That's cool. I have a feeling we're gonna start seeing a lot of that Nymphadora cross because Nymphadora in itself doesn't taste good. It's it's more for looks, I think. You know, but I actually tried to do a Nymphadora cross myself, and it's a Nymphadora. I haven't planted it, so I don't know if it turned out. Um, but it's a Sriracha Hornet. The seeds were supposed to be Sriracha Hornet, but I think even that Sriracha Hornet might have been crossed with like accidentally crossed with either a Sriracha pumpkin or a habanero. But they're super good in and of themselves and actually save seeds. But they just don't look like Sriracha Hornets. They don't have the tails and all that. But I did take some pollen from the Nymphadora and put it on that plant, and I got a pod. So I think it worked. Only got like 4 seeds, so it's like we'll see what happens. Yeah, KS stuff is definitely tasty. He sent me the sweet chocolate Starscream cross with chocolate benzo, and those things, it's like a F2. I grew like 3 plants, and they're so easy to grow, and they've got so many pods, and they're good. They got a bunch of seeds, so I'm set on those. I'm going to be giving out a lot of those this year. Yeah. Mandavin said, we have no clue, but we will keep seeds for it and grow it. And yeah, I do that all the time. Like I grow something, and I think either I mislabeled it, something like whatever, if they're reapers or if they're harpoon 7-ply yellows crossed with chocolate primo. But I'm keeping seeds from the really cool shapes. I saved some seeds from those. And then there's some seeds that I get that they say like let's just say I got some seeds from Barry Gill from Pepper Freaks that said yellow moruga, but instead I got these crazy looking like super thick fleshed um, red pods that came off of them. So I don't know what it is. I think it's probably an accidental cross. That kind of thing happens all the time. But I look for those, and if I find an accidental cross, I'll save the seeds and try to grow them again. I'm actually going to do a video on that one. I call it a Gilly monster because it came from Barry Gill. I don't know what it is. I just nicknamed it a Gilly monster because they get really big and they're like monster-looking pods. So I'm guessing it's a yellow moruga crossed with something else. I'm not sure what it is. And okay, what's up, Garden State Gardener? Good to see you, brother. Nate Mitch said I was looking forward to the Antep Aki XL for the THP contest, but they died because they got, I don't even know what that is. Antep Aki XL. Sounds interesting. So we got the Garden State Gardener in the Heezy. What's up, my man? Oh, the Mighty Mustache. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. You're Ubering. Hey, I'm gonna start doing what's it called? DoorDash. I already signed up. I need to make some extra money because we're getting a house and we're gonna have a mortgage and all that kind of stuff. And I don't make very much money, so I'm like, I break my back all day. What's better to do than just get in my car and just deliver some food to people? My sister does it. She says it's super easy, and you can make a lot of money doing it. You can make a good. She says she made like $700 in 1 week doing it. So, I mean, man, if I can make $500 extra a month, it'd be worth it to me. Yeah, easy money. Hi, Amanda Mitch. My name is Joe. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for all the. I'm like winning stuff. Like people are texting me, "Hey, you won something on Garden State Gardener. Get over there quick." I'm like, dude, I feel messed up even accepting anything from you because you sent me this gigantic box of seeds, and I grew so much like tomatoes and pumpkins and watermelons and I mean all kinds of stuff that I got from them. You just hooked me up, man. Thank you so much for that. And then and then I win on your channel like every now and then too. So, all right, man. Thanks for coming by. You made $449. I made $449 last Saturday night. Wow, worth it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sean Carlson? Hey, dude, I'm in your hood now, dude. I'm only like 80 miles away from you. So, and where I live now is not too far from there. I mean, I live kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but the the nearest big city is Reno to me now. Trip because it's always been most of my life. I've lived near like the big city was like San Francisco or San Jose, and then when I lived in Southern California, I lived in the LA area, the Riverside area, San Diego. Um, so it's kind of a trip living near the nearest big city is in another state. But I love it up here. Beautiful, beautiful country up here. It's like Wild West country. Anyways, the mighty mustache said, "I died, but I got resurrected." Right on. Sounds like a story I've heard before. Uh, yeah, dude. Um, so yeah, so my peppers apparently are still producing down in Watsonville in Monterey Bay area. Um, in the hoop house, there's no doors yet on the hoop house. They still haven't put the doors on. So I had to just leave it behind. Um, it's not really mine anyways. So donate it to my work. Uh, but my boss was like, "We can dig it up and bring it up. Bring it up to Susanville." And I was like, "Nope." It was a pain to install that thing. Um, it's a 96 feet, 22 feet wide and 96 feet long. The thing is gigantic, and the soil out there is like this thick clay, and I'm not trying to dig that thing up and then re-put it up again. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna try to get. I got it donated. I asked the company that sells them. It's like a $3,400 hoop house, and I'm like, hey, and I told them about the place I work, which we help people who struggle with drugs, alcohol. We help homeless people get off the streets. We run a mission, and we also run a program too. And so the guy wants a tax write-off. It was like, no. He's just like, yeah, sure, I'll give you one, and I'll help you set it up too. We set up mostly helped us put on the plastic, which is like the hardest part, in my opinion. Uh, but I'm just gonna try it again this year. People like to help out, nonprofits and stuff all the time, especially towards around Christmas time. I want that tax write-off. Let's see. The Mighty Mustache had just finished cutting back my plant's tallest one this year, 8 foot, 7-pot infinity. That's huge. I think the biggest plant I had tall wise was probably the Black Reaper, and I don't think it even reached 6 foot. I mean, it was probably like 5.5 feet, which is pretty big, but 8 feet, that is huge, man. Good job. Thanks, Sean. I love photography too. Um, I have a Samsung. I have a Nikon camera, but I have a Samsung phone, which it, it does all the work for you. You just point and shoot. Um, yeah, I do a little bit of editing and stuff. I love taking pictures. Where I live now, oh man, maybe that's what you're talking about. Those pictures. I've been posting some of them on YouTube. Uh, some awesome views out here, man. I can't wait. I don't even have my car out here yet. I can't wait to go exploring all different areas around here. Cool. What's up, Ann Whip Pandy? How you doing, man? Remind me, you live in Nepal, right? I want to say we sent you some. I don't know if I sent you seeds or if somebody's. I think somebody sent you seeds on from me or on my behalf to you, and I think Joseph Williams did. We were giving out King Star seeds. Um, yeah, I think it's really cool sending seeds for off countries. I've sent the accidental cross I discovered called Tom's Bomb. I sent that one all over the place. I think I sent it even to like Tasmania. I don't know if I sent any to you in Nepal, but I will definitely do it. You got to give me some time. I will get some Tom's Bombs out there to Nepal. Um, good, good to hear you're doing good. Did I send you Tom's Bomb? I don't think I sent you Tom's Bomb. I think it was just Cake Star seeds. But I always tell my friend Tom, who I got the seeds from, the accidental cross was from a pepper he gave me. He's like astonished at all the places I've sent him all over Europe, different countries. Good man. Well, I don't know. My buddies are not responding that we're supposed to be on with me. I think they got scared. I invite people to come on here sometimes. Like, oh yeah, yeah, I'll be on there, and then they get shy. It's all right. The King Star, then the Starburst. Right on. All right. Anybody else? What was your favorite thing you grew this year? Favorite or one you're looking forward to growing next year? Couple crosses that I hope worked. I'm super excited about growing. And I mentioned one earlier was Kingstar Sriracha accidental cross, but I don't. It was a Kingstar Sriracha seed that I got from Mike Dominguez, but I think it crossed with like a habanero or something. But anyways, it was really good, and I believe I crossed it with a mint fedora. So I haven't planted them yet. I'm having an aphid situation right now, so I'm gonna all the plants I have indoors. I'm gonna cut them back, get rid of them, and start over. I'm waiting to move into my house. When I move into my house, I'm gonna take all the precautions. I'm gonna microwave my soil, all that kind of stuff. I might just use cocoa core. I'll probably use a little cocoa core hydroponics and some regular soil. Um, I'm definitely so another one that I crossed, and I'm almost 100% positive it worked. It was uh, a pinguita. I think that's how you say it, pinguita de mono, which means little monkey. Fill in the blank. They're an Annam pepper, but I believe I crossed it with a farmer's market jalapeno. So that'll be kind of cool um, to see some F1s of that. And I hope that the porking gene crosses over into that. So I took the pollen from the farmer's market jalapeno and put it onto the Pinguita de Mono, and so we'll see what happens. The Pinguita de Mono, I did a video on. Those are pretty good. Um, they are kind of like a tangy flavor. I noticed like one red, you gotta pick them right away because they get soft and they kind of lose to dry out. They're only good for like a second. The ones that I grew anyways, but they're heavy producers. And my farmer's market jalapenos didn't do that well this year. They got like disease. I don't know what kind of disease it is, but I got quite a few of my plants got like, you guys probably know what it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. Where like all of a sudden, like the tips of your plant, like where the leaves are growing, they'll start like looking like they're kind of cooked. And then, and I even had like peppers, like they get like that, and then that peppers just drop. They get all sickly looking. I've had that a couple years in a row, and I don't know what that is. It kind of they look singed at the end. I don't know what that is. Siempre amor. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while either. I believe I saw you commented on a video recently. I'm currently still growing outside and loaded with pods, just waiting for them to ripen. Don't you live in like Puerto Rico, something, Dominican Republic, something like that? Caribbean, um, something like that, right? So your season's still probably going strong. I don't know, like, does it ever even end, like completely? Do you go into like a time of year where it's too cold to grow? Um, Curious about that. What's up, outdoors with Big Matt? How are you? I believe I've seen you a couple times. I could be wrong. You're not someone that I've seen a lot. I know that. Um, Maybe you're new to my channel. I want to say I seen you maybe on my last live stream. I can't remember. Um, yeah, that's cool. Welcome. Um, Thanks for hanging out. What are you growing? What you growing? What you grow this year? Remember, what are you excited about growing next year? Uh, Siempre, where are you? Remind me where you're from again? Is it Puerto Rico? Can't remember. Okay, here we go. Pepper Guru. You got an answer of my disease question. If yellow leaf tips, but really dark green growth everywhere else, then possibly slight in nitrogen toxicity. But if fruit doing it, that sort of points to either deficiency. So it's either too much or not enough of something, is what it sounds like. Yeah, I've seen it happen a few times. Um, and like a couple, like last year, there's a couple different diseases. There's one where the stems will turning like black. I'm not sure what that's called too, and I will just start chopping off wherever that disease is and try to save the plant, but it doesn't always work. And then the other one is it's kind of similar, and but they get like they look burned at the tips. It's weird, and then like whole sections of the plant like start like just like the peppers turn like rotten, like turn funky colors, and then they'll drop the peppers. Um, AR, Arkansas? AR. Where is AR? Oh, okay. Pepper Guru said if necrosis or spots or brown edges, then also possibly fungal bacterial blight. That could be it. The black stem is fungal. Okay, it probably is something like that. Um, what what are some ways, since you're the guru, what are some ways to either fight against that or keep that from happening? Uh, was I overwatering maybe, or something like that? I tried not to overwater, but if fruit is rotting on the bottom, possibly calcium deficiency or uptake issues like too much rain. Well, it definitely wasn't rain. It was in the hoop house, but I didn't make it rain with the hose. So I would go out there with a long hose and just like water them if I was like really in a hurry. Either that or I was using just watering cans and hitting them. Um, yeah. So you're Siempre, you're in Arkansas. Cool. Um, Something about gardening. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Nate Mitch says copper fungicide is what I use for fungus issues. I got back on watering for a bit. Yeah. So yeah, I had a feeling maybe I could have been overwatering. You know, where I lived in Watsonville, next to the coast, didn't get too hot, but in the hoop house, it could get really hot, and then of course the plants start to wilt, and you know sometimes I just can't help myself and I just want to water them, even though I know they probably don't need water. Um, I've only been gardening for like 7, 8 years. I'm still kind of like a rookie. I consider myself kind of a rookie. In peppers, I have only been into like obsessed with peppers for like 3 years. Um, I always grew peppers since I first started gardening, but like 3 years ago, I made a hot sauce. My first hot sauce. I wasn't even interested in making hot sauce. I was more interested in making salsa. So I wasn't really wanting like crazy hot peppers. Um, I wanted those basic kinds that everyone grows. Um, but I grew some. What did I grow? Banana peppers, hot banana peppers, and I made a hot sauce with them, and I think like habanero or something. And it was like, wow! Like I made my own hot sauce. It was like the best hot I ever had. Um, and I never tried anybody else's homemade hot sauce. Always, I'm a Tapatio guy or whatever. Um, but it was the best hot sauce I ever had. And at that point, I'm like, dude, what if I grew different kinds of peppers, hot peppers, hotter peppers, super. Nah. Then like I started getting into it. Started growing like Ghost, and then like I ran into like King Star's channel and Seven Pot Club and Chili Chomp, some of those big channels. I started watching those, and they were talking about making hot sauce and growing all these super hot peppers. I got stuck on Kickstarter for like a minute watching like all those what's that pepper where he does reviews, and that's where I get my inspiration to review a lot of peppers. So I think those are so interesting. And then and then from there I watched all kinds of people do pepper reviews, and so that really interested me. And every time I hear about a new pepper, I'm like, oh, I go on YouTube and like, and I look it up and see if there's a review on it or not, because I want to know like about it. I don't know why I became so obsessed, but I did. It had to do with making hot sauce, and I love making hot sauce to this day. Usually, calcium deficiency isn't actually the result of the soil being deficient, but rather the conditions not being conducive to proper uptake by the plant, usually in inert, soilless mediums in peat. Or here's the thing: I grew in like some super like good soil this year. I got donated a bunch of soil from some guy who heard about the program that I work for, and a family member of his got help from us, and they're actually from Humboldt. Their company's from Humboldt County, so guess what they're making soil for? If you know anything about Humboldt County, they're making soil for weed growers. But the soil was super good. They delivered like 2 pallets, like 100 bags. Each bag was like 2 cubic feet, so it was like the big bags. I think it was 2 cubic feet. I used that, and it was good stuff too. It had like worm castings in it. It had guano in it, like already like prepackaged in there, and all that good stuff. So I really didn't even like fertilize to like the very end of the season. I fertilized in like September. I got some another company fertilizer. I didn't ask for it. They just were like heard about what we're doing. Like, oh yeah, you guys got a garden? We have a fertilizer company. In fact, anytime you need fertilizer, let us know. We'll hook you up for free. So I was like, bam, just in time to fertilize my plants. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not like a pro, but I'm not a pro or anything at growing, but I love it, and I may be obsessed, but I'm not a professional. But I definitely am obsessed. And when you're obsessed with something or passionate about something, you you're going to learn all the steps in the process. Um, uh, Something about garlic. I'm still interested in try some sauce that you would make. I did. I think I did tell you I wanted to eat some sauce. You live in Canada, right? Man, I wish I could send everybody some sauce, but those words did come out of my mouth, and so I will get it out to you. Um, I still owe people sauce from like a year ago. um, it's hard. Yeah, it's getting, it's getting some and then packaging it and getting it down to the post office. It's not that I promise that it's not that I'm lazy. I am working like all the time, and I have a family of um, 5 kids, a wife. Um, you know, life's crazy, and I'm way behind on giving out seeds too. And I'm supposed to be doing a big giveaway when I hit 800 subscribers, and I'm like over 820. I'm like 825, I think, right now. Uh, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give away 8 varieties of seeds, and I'm gonna have a huge list for people to pick from. 8 varieties from, and there's gonna be some cool varieties on there. And I'm definitely gonna do it. And like I said, I will definitely, maybe a year from now, something about gardening. Uh, but I promise that I will get you a bottle of sauce. Just so you know, I've sent maybe 4 or 5 bottles of hot sauce to anyone ever. So don't feel bad. It's not that I'm like putting you off the side. Um, okay, so yes, sir. Remember, the capsicum is a lot more than cannabis. So imagine whatever you blend for cannabis, you'd want even harder for capsicum. Okay. I, okay, that's good. I'm just afraid. I was just afraid of over um, fertilizing. Um, I try that. I do my own worm farming, and so I do have worm castings at hand, and I do add those uh, from time to time too, and worms too. Anybody else worm farm? I love worm farming. It's so much fun. It's cool. Nate Mitch ferments. Your best friend for sauce. Yes, I love making ferments. Um, I have one down back at home. It's just all peach pods, and it's been fermenting for probably like 4 months because I left and it was fermenting. And still trying to get an actual hot sauce company up and running. Quite the it's not easy. I want to do it though, and I got my boss on board because we got some restaurants that we run. Um, we have one in Watsonville. We have one up in the near Tahoe. We're supposed to be opening up another one up here, and so I have access to the commercial kitchen already. Um, but from my understanding of California law, um, it's not too hard to sell sauce from where you're making it. Like if you have a restaurant and you make the sauce in the restaurant, um, you could sell it from the restaurant. Um, but as far as like selling it online, across state lines, in stores, I believe you have to have like a lot number, and then you have to have a sample of sauce from that lot number. You get to send it to like the FDA, and they have to test it to make sure it's all good. Um, so yeah, I want to take it to that level too. I love making sauce, but we'll probably start making it at the restaurant and selling it at the restaurant and see where it goes from there. I love my sauce, so I think, and I know other people that I give people like that I know around um, that I just give. So I give bottles of sauce away to people all the time, not through the mail, but like people I know, and they all love it. Like, hey, and they bring me back an empty bottle. Fill this for me. And, yeah. So I think I have like a house sauce like dialed in pretty good, um, and it's just a habanero. It's a fermented habanero with tomato uh, sauce. That's all it really is. It's just fermented habanero with some tomato and then blended with some tomatoes, cooked. I cook it after that. Um, and then I just throw some extra, maybe a little bit of powder in, salt, just garlic, onion, nothing crazy, roasted garlic, and then also like roasted too, and it's bomb. But you can steal my recipe if you want. I don't care. It's good. You should try it. It's a good combo. If you're into that kind of style of sauce, like a tomato like based sauce, which a lot of like um, tapatio is that it's like a tomato hot sauce. Um, but like that fermented habanero, man, with some tomato, it's good. But yeah, I love fermented sauce. They're fun too. I used to not really have patience for it, but when you have so many peppers, like this year, I grew so many peppers, so I was just like packing them in the mason jars and fermenting them. And yeah, it's the way to go. Mm. What's up, Stone Sigma? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been, man? I want to say you've won in my giveaways before. Don't you live in like Texas or something like that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Hello, OG. Love your content. I'm on my third year of growing up. I had some success with macadam. Yeah, macadams are fun to grow. I tried to do a process with some macadams. It didn't really work. Let's see. But still struggling with chickens. Sorry, my wife is texting. Arizona. Did I send you seeds? I want to say I did. I can't remember. I used to live in Arizona. I lived in Yuma County for a while. Hot. Very, very hot. Something about, something about gardening. When my cayenne hybrid is ready to release, I'll send you some seeds. It's at an F3. I'd like it to be at least an F6 minimum. I believe you were the one who was talking about arsenic element. We're good friends, and we were talking about what you were trying to do to get like a four-way cross. And maybe I shouldn't say it live because maybe you don't want it to be a secret. You want it to be a secret. I don't know, so I won't go into it. But I think that's a good idea. Like yeah. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to steal your. I don't want to throw your idea out there. But that'd be cool. So the Tom's Bomb. I don't know if I sent you those seeds. I know I sent you some seeds, but I don't know if I sent you Tom's Bomb. That's a purple cayenne. Uh, it's a Scotch bonnet crossed with a purple cayenne, and it's a pretty cool cross. We think that's what it is. We don't know 100% for sure. Arsenic element, there you are. If you want to get on, let me know, dude. I'll send you the link. Um, right, we got 9 people on here. Pepper Guru said it sounds like a Bolivian traditional sauce. Is that? I don't know. Lots of tomato and onion. Yeah, I love the basic sauce. Um, I'd like to go out and and try different things, but I like just salt, garlic, onion, peppers, and then maybe add in like tomato, obviously, or a fruit of some type, pineapple, mango, things like that. Some types of berries. Um, okay, so I might go live again tomorrow, which that would be sick. Um, we have arsenic on. We may even get lucky with some the other Michael Edwards, who had a really good year growing, and maybe some other people too. We're trying to get that PLC live thing going with people from the Pepper Lovers community coming together and doing like a live stream and kind of, it doesn't not always going to be me. It could be Boss Grows. It could be Pepper Ranger. It could be Arsenic Element. It could be other people streaming and then having other guests on. I'd love to have the Garden State Gardener on one of these times. Pepper gurus are basically like what we'd call salsa, but they use little salt in theirs. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like when I make a salsa, it's mostly like tomato and garlic and then some peppers. You know what I mean? But it's almost like um, sort of reversed peppers and then mostly peppers, garlic, onion, and some tomato. So it's mostly pepper based instead of tomato based, and then blended. I just invited my wife to come on the live stream. She's like, "What? Talk about peppers?" Uh, okay. Yeah. Uh, Something about gardening said, "I'm growing a new special cross, a chow's a, a chac oh I can't even say that. I'm gonna try Shakins. Ghostly jalapeno. Now, um, is that a family of peppers, or is that an actual type of variety of pepper? That's Tacoinse, however you say that. It's an F1. There's two specific native herbs they toss in every time too. Cool. Bolivian. I have to look that up. Bolivian traditional sauce. Maybe I'll try to make one. It's an F1. Hope to see it flower. Cool. It's a species. Okay. Right on. So yeah, I really like since the get go 3 years ago when I really started getting more into peppers than anything else as far as growing. Like I thought, and I think it was Kingstar I saw first do show how to make a cross. I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I'm like, dude, that'd be so sick to make my own cross. But he makes it look so easy. It's for me, it's hard. Like I went on a mission this summer to make sure I got something. Um, there were some days where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna try to do 3 crosses today, and I did that like multiple times. Um, I probably tried. I bet you I tried around 20, 25 times to make a cross this summer, and I think I came up with two. Um, I almost had three. It was a ahi confusion. It was what was it? I tried to do it. My goal was to do 3 easy ones. I was going to do an annual, a Chinense, and a Bacana. So, easy crosses, Chinense with Chinense, annual with annual, Bacana, Bacana. Um, the one I tried to do was, oh shoot, what's that pepper called? Um, Dedo de Boca, cross with Ahi Confusion. And it took, but then it died. It just like, that's happened a few times too. Take like, yes, I got it, it worked, and then all of a sudden the pepper just doesn't make it. It's weird. Happened a couple times. Um, but yeah, um, super fun to try. Just to like try to find two varieties that you really like, and maybe two varieties that are like totally different from each other, and then try to cross them and see what comes out of it. Um, so yeah, that's been kind of my kick for a while too. It's just last winter I was really gonna focus on just growing stuff inside and just focus on crossing, but I had the massive aphid outbreak and tried everything, neem oil, soap spray, Dr. Earth, peppermint, whatever spray. I tried all kinds of stuff. I tried like bathing the plants, like every few days, cutting all the leaves off. and letting them grow completely new leaves. The aphids just kept coming back, coming back. They like lived like in the woods. I don't know. They like lived in the woods somewhere in my grow room or something like that. And they kept on coming back. So I bought 1,500 ladybugs, and I threw those puppies in there, and they made quick work of those aphids. And but it was already um, like I already wasted like most of the winter time that I wanted to try out the crossing was gone, and so yeah, I kind of missed the bus on that one. But right now, I took some plants with me when I moved, and they are completely covered with aphids right now. One of them is Tom's Bomb F3 and has peppers on it. I'm just gonna cut it back. I'm gonna cut them all. I'm just gonna toss them all. Toss them all. I'm just gonna not grow anything until I move into my new house. And when I move there, I'm gonna take every precaution possible to not grow aphids. Um, and start with the crosses that I tried to do. Pretty sure that they worked. There was 2 crosses. I'm pretty sure they worked. Uh, Choco NC. Choco NC. Okay, so that's how you say it. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm just waiting until I move. Hopefully by the beginning of the year, I'll be moved in. We're making an offer on a house. I'm so excited. I hope we get it. It's like my dream house. It's like in the woods, pine trees. I love it. Arsenic Element. I'm excited to see 2 out of the 3 Tom's Bomb F4 seeds have sprouted. So Arsenic Element is ahead of me with the Tom's Bombs. So I'm getting seeds from him. He originally got it from me. Uh, he's giving me seeds. I have some F4 seeds too. So I'm just going to have this F3 in here. It's covered in aphids. Just going to ditch it. Excuse me. Whenever I move in my new house, I'm going to start some I'm going to start some F4 seeds too. And I may try some F3 seeds that I have otherwise too, because you never know what you might come up with. Somebody that I sent Tom's Bomb seeds to, it's like a kid. This kid, I can't remember. He lives out in Texas somewhere, and his had tails on them. I think they crossed. I think they probably it was a Tom's Bomb cross with like a Reaper or something like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a cross, but they got this 6 shape, like a cylinder shape, and then a tail just went straight down. But he hardly got any seeds from them. He got like 2 seeds. He grew like 2 or 3 peppers came out that way. One, the good seeds were all bad, and one he got like 2 seeds, and I think they both sprouted. So he's actually growing it. So he's hoping to grow that out and then give me seeds from the next generation on that one. So that'll be interesting. I hope I can get my hands on those. Yeah, the F4 is going to be sick though. I like the way Tom's Bomb. It really started off like annuum type flavors and characteristics, and it's like slowly starting to catch more of that Scotch bonnet flavor and stuff like more chinense. It's an interesting annuum chinense cross, and it's a very pretty plant too. Pretty peppers, pretty flowers. Um, I think you gave me some F. Remember you think those were F4s, right? Or were they F3? No, they're F4, so I'm already going F3. So they're F4s because I sent you F3 seeds. Well, I'm going to get those started soon. Pepper Guru. Okay, if you really wanted them, you could cut them back, uproot, wash roots, spray entire naked plant system with pyrethrin and sulfur blend, replant into fresh, unaffected aphid soil, water thoroughly. I might. I don't know if I want to spend that much time. I kind of like, these are plants that I was already growing this year, and I just brought them inside. There's no like, uh, I don't know. I'm not like that sold out on like I need to grow them this year. Um, So, anyways, I think I'm just gonna ditch them. I just picked some. I actually have a Kingstar Sriracha Hornet that I picked peppers off today. It's part of that group that got all the aphids on it, and they're the actual real Kingstar Sriracha Hornets with the tails and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna do a review of that pretty soon. I think I'm gonna do a review because I've heard that people say they think that it's hotter than a Reaper, even though it's a MOA Scotch Bonnet cross with a Reaper. I mean, it's possible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these Reapers I have and maybe maybe a friend of mine. I'm going to try to talk him into getting on with me, and he can eat one of the varieties, and I'll eat the other one, and then we'll both try the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to eat a Reaper and then like, oh man, that's super hot, and then eat a Sriracha Hornet, I might be like, that's not so hot. But if you eat a hot pepper, I've noticed this. If you try to compare peppers by heat, I think the first one's always going to taste hotter. I think it is. Um, so I'll have him try one and me try one. We'll see if that works out. Either that, or I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. Or maybe I won't try it at all. Maybe I'll just do the Sriracha Hornet. But I am gonna at least revisit the Reaper because I haven't tried a Reaper in like 2 years, and I want to try one of these super sick longtails. If you guys weren't here earlier, I showed off some. So I just saved like a bunch of like every time I got Reapers from the store, even or like I ordered some from the Ghost Pepper Company, and if I saw like a super perfect pheno or something like a really cool pheno, I would save seeds, and I would. Let me find the problem. I would save seeds, and it paid off because I grew a bunch of I grew about 6 or 7 Reapers plants this year, and most of them put off grapes. And I mean, look at that tail on that thing, dude. That tail is bigger, is longer than or as long as the pepper itself. So I'm definitely saving seeds. But like this plant was all about tails. I showed these off in the beginning of the stream. Yeah, all these ones have super long tails. So I'll probably save seeds from these two. Oops. Because they both have really long tails, especially this one. Look at that thing, dude. A straight monster. Yeah, they are stomach killers. I'm probably totally ruining my digestive system by doing all these reviews and stuff. But I take omeprazole like every day. Tums, all that stuff. But I think I just have issues with acid reflux. Something about Gardening said he's planning on doing a two-way heatless cross. I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off. It's getting really hot. Hang on a second. Okay. So you're planning on doing a two-way heatless cross? That'd be cool. So like a heatless, like 2 different species. Yeah, this is this is an accidental cross by Heckle. Ooh. It's got some heat on it. It's like a Charleston hot ankle hats crossed with a Charleston hot. Oh, Sean, are you growing the Tom's? You're growing the Tom's bomb too, huh? I'd like to see some pictures or something one of these times. Um, Nate Mitch, all streams end up in pepper eating. Yeah, I don't know, like animal, like sometimes I think the super hots. It's weird how different peppers burn in different ways. Like this might be like 60 to 80,000 Scoville, but the way an annuum burns, it can be really like stingy, painful. Like if I eat a whole jalapeno, like usually, unless it has like no heat, um, it'll hurt me. A habanero with an annuum, that'd be pretty cool. Now habanero is a heatless habanero, right? I've never tried one, but I heard they taste just like a habanero, but no heat. Sounds good. So yeah, heat's weird. Different things like a habanero. That's like my arch enemy. Like they burn my tongue so bad, and they're yeah, they scare me. I don't really like to eat them. They taste great, but they're tongue singers. Here's a pepper I know I will eat with no problem. Not a dragon's breath. I have some brown jalapenos in here. Yeah, here we go. We got some brown jalapenos. Some aren't ripe, some are. I think all the brown jalapenos that I've eaten this year off my plants don't have any, but they taste great. No, it's good. Yeah, that plant, that Tom's Bomb, that arsenic's growing, huge, super bushy. Yeah, you put it outside, huh, arsenic? Got too big for the tent. And I haven't forgotten to, I have anyone who's won seeds, I got you. I got you. It may be a minute, especially since I'm moving because all my stuff is like all over the place and I don't even know if I have my padded envelopes right with me right now. But I think a live stream I did a few months ago, there was about this many people on, and I was going to give away seeds to every single person in the live stream. And it was the AK Cherry Pizza, which is the Carolina Reaper cross with the Cherry Pizza, IE Cherry Pizza. So I got all the names from that, and I'm still going to send you seeds. So if you're part of that group, you know who you are. And yeah, that's why I still have a lot of giveaways out there that are open. But I'm gonna get to them all, I promise. That's why I'm not doing any like new giveaways. My last giveaway is when I hit 800 subscribers, and I might do that one before I even finish the rest of them. I still have giveaways from when I hit like 700 that I was gonna do. I don't even think I'm caught up on those yet, so I will do those. Um, Pepper Guru has. I haven't seen a. Have you done a video recently, Pepper Guru? I remember that one. I've seen a few of yours. In fact, that brings a question to my mind. I believe I saw you use pine needles as like a mulch. Is that true? And if so, how well does that work? Because now I live around pine trees. I'm kind of interested in trying that. I have an unlimited resource pine needles. Arsenic element. Arsenic said, I'm going to do another giveaway soon if anyone is interested in participating on wanted to win seeds. So if anybody on here has not subscribed to Arsenic Element, please do. He's always doing giveaways. He does cool videos too. Sorry, my wife's texting me. Arsenic, can you post your link? Or somebody? Kia Carlson. I do not remember seeing you. Are you new to the channel? Or is it Clea? Clea? Are you related to Sean? I have a feeling you are. Thanks for joining us. Okay. If somebody can throw up Arsenic's link to his channel, that'd be cool. How are you related to Sean? Daughter? That's my guess. Thanks, Nate, for posting his link. Dude, you guys gonna make me have to do this? This is crazy. I gotta do all the work around here. Daughter, nice to meet you. How do you say your name? Clea? You guys are messed up, dude. I'm gonna have to post this link in ours. Okay. Share. Copy link. Don't worry, I got it. Kaya? Not Kia. Okay, that's an I, not an L. Okay. Kaya, right? Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. Blazerman 2021. What is going on? Good to see you. Video should be coming soon for the KSLS Grow contest. I don't like to bring it up, but I had a King's contest, and I think everyone forgot about it, and so it's kind of why I don't bring it up because I don't want everyone to remember. Make sure you subscribe, Kaya, to my channel. I'm gonna tell your dad if you don't, you'll be in trouble. I'm just kidding, but please subscribe. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So I feel bad because Mark Wilkerson like supplied a bunch of Kingstar Peach Star kits and then the Starburst seeds, and I felt bad because I made the rules kind of weird. I'd never done a grow contest or hosted one before, and I think I made it a little bit too hard for people, maybe, and they just weren't interested. I never brought it up a lot. Some people were sending me pictures for a long time, and then they just kind of fell off, and I never got pictures after a while. No one talked about it, so I think I'm just gonna cancel it. I'm sorry. I apologize if anyone. I don't think anyone even remembers, but I do want to do another grow contest soon. I wanted to do a pepper in a can contest like over the winter time, but then I moved, and so it one kind of fell through too. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting. There's something that I'm thinking about doing this upcoming season is like a hay bale, grow in a hay bale. Okay, so I'd never seen it before. But then when I moved here, there was a garden and someone had been growing peppers and tomatoes and squash and different things inside bales of hay. It was pretty cool. I'd never seen that before. So they put like fertilizer on the hay and like wet it down and then cut like a hole in the hay and then they put like a plant in it, like a pre-started plant with soil and everything, right into the hay bale, and then would water it every now and then, and uh, they did good. So I thought that was really cool. That might be kind of a weird contest though, because not everyone could get their hands on a bale of hay. Um, yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe to Arsenic Element. Sean said his Mike Hayes Lemon Starburst put out some awesome phenos, but nothing substantial in quantity. I had a rough time with those too. I don't know what the deal is. In my opinion, they're hard to grow. Um, I know that people have good luck with them all the time, but I just haven't had great luck, and I've grown. I started a bunch of lemon starbursts this year, and a bunch of peach starkists this year, and like my lemon starburst, my plant it put off a bunch of little ones, and the phenos didn't turn out good, even though they came from a good pheno. Um, and my peach Sarkis did okay, not a lot, not like an abundant harvest or anything like that. I got a few pods, and I got some nice sized pods, some good phenos. Um, man, and I did a video on those too. I think I just did like a shorts video. I think I like the peach Starkist more than the lemon starburst. At first I think I liked the lemon starburst more, but this year I think I really liked um, the peach Starkist. I think part of the reason might be is because they're less hot. From the ones I grew were less hot than the lemon starburst, and so I think as far as eating a fresh pod, I could enjoy it more. Um, but man, I really like peach pods in general, anyways, and I really like the Kickstar Peach Starkist. Definitely one of my favorite peppers. Period. Pepper Guru, I can dig it. The hay bale thing, sort of like flood and drain hydro. I'm okay. I don't know what that is, but throw in some lion's mane or oysters, and you're good. What the heck? That sounds like some crazy. Um, yeah, no, I do like the Starbursts. They are really good. And I when I first tried a Starburst and a Peach Starkist, I actually tried them both at the same time in a video that I made last year, and so 2020 season, and I really liked them. In fact I couldn't even say which one I liked more. I think I liked the Lemon Starburst just slightly more. Um, but this year I think I liked the Star Kissed. Now the Lemon Starburst that I grew this year, even though they didn't turn out that well, they didn't get very big. They seemed hotter. They were really hot, and I've seen other people say similar things that like the they got some Star Kiss and they're like, whoa, like they thought they were super hot, and I don't know. I think maybe because they're unstable, maybe it could vary. It probably could vary. But yeah, I think they were hotter this year. But the Starkists were more mild, but the flavors, yeah, I really like the flavor. Yeah, they're just sibling lines. Yeah, they're the same cross. MOA Scotch Bonnet cross with Bahamian goat. You guys want to hear a story that'll piss you off. So I had a bandit, okay, come into my hoop house, and they made at least one visit for sure. Usually I'm on top of it. Um, I've caught a person out in the garden before, and I'm like, dude, and they acted like they didn't speak English. They're like, oh, no habla inglés. I'm like, dude, if you want tomatoes, just ask me, because I know you're stealing them. I've seen you come out of my garden multiple times. Just ask. I'll hook you up. And it made me mad because I'd go out there. This is like 2 years ago. I go out and like it was before I even had a hoop house. But anyways, these big, huge tomatoes, and they're just turning color. And then I go out the next day and they're gone. And it would make me so mad. I knew somebody was snagging my tomatoes. It was pissing me off. Anyways, this year was even worse. So, but okay, so nothing happened for a long time. I could maybe people were coming out there and taking tomatoes, but I grew so many tomatoes this year, I wouldn't even notice because I could literally 2 5-gallon buckets full of tomatoes every 2 to 3 days. I'm not making that up. Those were did amazing. And once again, I got my tomato seeds from Garden State Gardener. I think every single tomato that I grew was seeds that I got from him. So I didn't notice it. I didn't notice anyone picking my peppers. Um, my wife gave me a pineapple for Father's Day, a pineapple plant that had a pineapple on it. And over the course of the summer, it actually got ripe. It turned yellow and it started getting soft. And I'm like, dude, I've never tried a pineapple like off the plant, like an actual ripe pineapple. You know what I mean? And I've heard that like if you go to Hawaii or Costa Rica or whatever tropical places where pineapples grow naturally, or the environment that they grow in well, um, that they're super good. That they get like soft, and then you pull them off and you eat them, and they're like amazing. Never tried that, so I had my own pineapple, and I noticed one day, oh dude, it's ripe. I need to pick it. And like 2 days later, I walked out, pineapple's gone. And I'm like, mother trucker, dude, stole my pineapple, dude. I was pissed. My wife was even more pissed. We were like interrogating like people in the area, like, have you seen my pineapple? Um, and then I was like, whatever, dude. I hope they enjoyed it. Like, actually, I hope they choke on it. But yeah, the Scarlet Rose is awesome too. Um, where was I? Oh, so anyways, I had one of my greenhouses in my yard. I packed it up to get ready to move. So I took all the plants that I wanted to keep and I put it into the hoop house. And so these are plants that are not in the ground; they're like in pots. Some of them were like in peppers in a can and different things. But I had this goat reaper, which is a newer cross. It's a Bahamian goat cross with a reaper. And I had a couple plants, right? One plant was doing like smaller pods. The shapes were kind of just blah. They weren't like really good phenos or anything. But anyways, but there was one plant that was growing these like big pods, and one of the pods was getting like this sick like reaper tail on it, and I was like, dude, I gotta get seeds from these ones because these are like straight monsters, and especially the one that had that like it had almost a perfect reaper shape, and it had a really good tail on it. Um, they stole that. And it wasn't a big, it wasn't a, I'd say like a 3 gallon pot, like it was a nice sized pot. They took that. They took a Hallows Eve in a can, and some other ones too. They must have went out there at night. It had to be more than one person because I mean, it would be hard for one person to take off all these plants. They took probably like 6 or 7 plants, and some of the ones like the Hallows-y in the can, I harvested some of those, put some in hot sauce, got seeds. So I'm like, whatever, have fun eating those. I bet they're hotter than anything you've ever had. But they took my goat reaper, dude. I was so pissed. I like went walking around the neighborhood like looking for any signs of like a dirt trail or like Seeing it, like trying to look into people's yards to see if they have my plants. There was no sign. So yeah, hope they burn their eyes, you know. But that kind of stuff, dude, it's like it's so messed up, dude, to grow something and then people just come and steal your harvest. It's like that is not right. But yeah, if you ever see a guy with my goat reaper, hit him for me. Um, Basically, yeah, I grew their sauce for them. Yeah, and those goat reapers were good. Um, you know, if you've had a Bahamian goat, man, they're delicious. And imagine that cross with a reaper. The heat of a reaper with some of the flavor from the Bahamian goat. It's a good pepper. But anyways, they when they stole that plant, they dropped one of the pods. Like they knocked it off the plant or something. It was sitting on the ground, and it was like slightly starting to turn color. And it wasn't the one of the cool. It was a nice sized pod, but it wasn't like the one with the tail or anything like that. But I took that pod and it actually ripened up, and I was able to get some seeds out of it. So there's some good came out of it. Enjoy your hot sauce, whoever stole that from me. So, anyways, yeah. hmm Uh, Blazer Man is offering Pepper Guru some Scarlet Rose seeds if he wants them. Scarlet Rose is good too. Um, in my opinion, I only tried one pod and I didn't grow any. Joseph Williams sent me a pod, very good in my opinion. Not as good as the Lemon Starburst or the Peach Starkist, um, but good, very good. In fact, um, I actually ate a whole pod for getting when I got 500 subscribers. I ate a whole pod, whole Scarlet Rose. Hey, what's up, Main? Sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, I know. I need a camera, so I don't live there anymore. Um, they need to put up a gate. There's a lot of homeless in that community. A lot of people that live in their cars on that street. Um, it was kind of a bad area. Um, but so people would, whatever, not have any respect and just come take stuff every now and then. Cool. So Blazer Man, I know he's on Reddit, I believe. I don't know if you are Pepper Guru, but you guys connect somehow. And yeah, so um, anyways, yeah, so that was my annoying story of the year. Someone stealing my peppers, dude. I got pretty pissed off. I'm like, man, if you come and ask me, like, you don't gotta sneak in at night and take my stuff. Ask me, I'll give you a bottle of hot sauce. You know what I mean? Like, come talk to me. I'll give you peppers. I'm tickled to death to give people peppers. Here, try these, try these. You know what I mean? I grew so many peppers this year. Like, it was the best year ever, for sure. And I'm still reaping the harvest. Like, I'm getting peppers shipped to me like almost every week. It's gonna start, dying down. Um, but down on the central coast of California in a hoop house, if the plants are mature, they rarely get a freeze. They rarely get a frost. By the end of November, I'm sure like that'll be pretty much over. But I bet you the cherry tomatoes. I've had cherry tomatoes outside, not even in a hoop house, make it all the way to Christmas Day. And so I bet in the hoop house they'll do good. They'll probably make it to. They might make it to January. I don't know. Um, what's up, Michael Edwards, my man? You had a great year, man. What was? I know you grew a lot too, and it's hard to like pinpoint one pepper in general. And I'm sure the same is for a lot of you guys. Arsenic, Pepper Guru, Nate Mitch. it's hard to say what your favorite is. You know what I mean? If you grow a lot of peppers, and I know you grew a lot of peppers, Michael Edwards, but what is one or what is a couple of your favorite peppers that you tried this year? Um, some of my favorite were uh, oh creamsicle ghost scorpion. That was a good one. So that was a cream variant, cream colored variant. And I said it wrong in the video. I did a review. I said it was a cream variant of the Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion, but it's not. It's actually um, a variant grown from the red Jay's Red Ghost Scorpion, and one of the plants turned out peach. Farmer Jay grew. I don't know if the whole plant turned out the or not peach, cream colored. I don't know if the whole plant turned out or if it was just a pod on the plant that turned out cream. But he saved the seeds from that and continued to grow them, and he calls them the creamsicle ghost scorpion, and they're really good, really hot, really good. And then another one of my favorites was the black reaper. Once again, very, very, very hot, but very good flavor, which in my opinion is doesn't happen very often. I think when something's really, really hot, it doesn't usually taste really, really good too. But every now and then it happens. Yeah, Arsenic Element, that's a Sugar Rush Peach. Definitely one of my favorites. Add some, no, I don't know. I think maybe my Sugar Rush Peaches were crossed with maybe a lemon drop. I'm not sure. But I had some that actually turned yellow this year, and I saved seeds from those, and I marked them Sugar Rush Lemon. So I'm gonna try. I might even try to grow those indoors this winter, and see if we get some yellow. That'd be cool. Um, if that became a new variety or something. Mike Edwards. Yeah, but SRPs, yeah, super good. Arsenic, yeah, hot and sweet. That's like that's what I like. It does that, like I said, does that very often, in my opinion. They're really hot and really good flavor. But they're perfect for like a sauce. I like making sauce, so that's like the perfect pepper for a sauce. You want that flavor, but you want that heat. Okay. Orange gum times Naga Brains. Purple gum peach. Purple gum tiger. Puma BBG orange. Okay, so remember those ones that I got from you that you got from somebody else, and they were marked. Shoot, I can't remember what they were marked, but I thought I found like a new variety, but it just turned out to be the Puma BBG. I think yellow. Those were really good. Those were super good. I saved some seeds from those. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, those are some cool ones. Pepper Guru says, I love the flavor. Straight up, dude. I'm all about that flavor, dude. So yeah, something I've been getting into recently. So I don't know if you guys watch Chili Chump. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. Is make my own ketchup, make my own spicy ketchup. And he did a video on how to make an easy spicy ketchup. And I've done it a few times. I made a big batch, my own tomatoes too, so that it was super like good, like ketchup. You know, it wasn't like store bought tomatoes. It was homegrown tomatoes. And then I made some with Tabasco peppers, and then that got smoked quick by all my friends, my friends. I gave some away to some friends. Everyone loved it, and it's a good recipe. Go check out Chili Chump. But I made another one. He did it with habaneros, so I think it's labeled like habanero ketchup. But I didn't grow any habaneros this year, so I used Tabascos, which worked really good. Um, and then I made a Reaper ketchup, and man, I'm telling you, and I kind of dialed the flavors the way I liked them. the way he did his. He did a lot of like cumin. So I dialed back to cumin personally. It was a little strong for me. Uh, so it's an easy recipe though. It's like a quick fast, and you use what's it called? Shoot, xanthan gum. It's like a thickening agent. And so I had xanthan gum already for when I make sauce. So yeah, that's a hitter right there. Is spicy ketchup. If you get around to it, watch his video on it. It's newer. I'd say within the last month, maybe 2 months. He did a video on. I think it's like I don't know what the video is called. Something like habanero, quick easy habanero ketchup or something like that. And yeah, it's awesome. I eat it on anything you eat ketchup on, French fries, hot dogs, whatever. Um, Pepper guru, try and see that. This is the second time I've heard about this pepper. I think Nate Mitch talked about it. I don't. It says try the Antip ACI cross from Fowler. So he did the Sugar Rush Peach too. Those things are super good, sweet, fruity, large, long bell type, but zero bitter and a slight chinense flavor. Finish heat in the placenta. Sounds pretty good. I'd like to try that. Michael Edwards says he picked 3 gallons of jalapenos today. Awesome. You can't. I mean, there ain't nothing like a jalapeno. The originals are still. You know what I mean? In your opinion, do you like ripe jalapenos or do you like them green? I like both, but um, I'd have to say I like a ripe jalapeno, like a nice red jalapeno. Flavor wise, super good. But I like both. The green ones are good. Like I like to make a nice, I'll go even if I don't have jalapenos that I grew, I'll go buy green jalapenos and dry them and make powder, and I just love that. That green jalapeno flavor is good too, especially like when you're roasting them or something. Oh man, yeah. You prefer red over green, Nate Mitch? Yeah, me too. Especially, and I don't, I eat raw peppers, obviously in videos, but I don't always just walk around eating raw peppers. But if I want to take a bite out of a pepper, and it's a jalapeno, I would definitely want the red over the green. Oh, good morning, Disco Bear. Disco Bear lives in South Africa, so it's a morning over there. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Uh, and I know I owe you, right? I owe you seeds, I believe. I think I sometimes get mixed up who I owe seeds to. That's not a good thing because I shouldn't have to owe that many people seeds, but I'm pretty sure I owe you seeds. Or did I send them to you already? I can't remember. Um, oops, what did I just do? Oh, here we go. The Tangerine TS was good this year as well. What is a Tangerine TS? Is it a Scorpion? What does TS stand for? Okay, I did send you seeds. That's right. That's right. I did get them out to you, right? They're in the country at customs right now. What? I right? I think I sent 2 batches of seeds to your family in uh, Canada, right? I owe everybody seeds. You know what I mean? That's not a good thing. I'm way behind. Um, I know I keep blaming it on being busy, but I am, and especially right now that I'm like kind of in between. I promise I'll get them out though, and I want to get them out because I want to do more giveaways, and I'm just so backed up. It's like I can't do another giveaway right now. Uh, South, Pepper Guru to South Africa is my arch nemesis for getting a package into. Yeah, I didn't even try. I just sent it to his family in Canada. I did. That's not South. I sent seeds to Tasmania once, but that's not South Africa. That's more like closer to Australia, I believe, right? Um, Arsenic Ellen, everyone, have a great weekend. Obsessed with Gardner. See you tomorrow live if you go on again. I'd like to go on again. I hope I have time. Like I had nothing to do tonight, so it was perfect. I'm like, well, I'm kind of bored for the first time in a long time. Let's do a live stream. Just see who's out there and talk about peppers. But you have a good night, dude. I know it's probably late over there. Right here, right now, it is 10:40. So you're 3 hours ahead of me. So was that 1:40? 11, 12, 1. Wow, that's late. Yeah, good night, man. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna try my hardest to, unless something pops up, we'll try to go live again tomorrow. Even if it's just 20, 30 minutes, if it's, um, but yeah, have a good night, buddy. Um, okay, I see what happened. Okay, so I sent them to Canada, and then your mom shipped them a few weeks ago, registered mail, custom slacks off. So hopefully, I'll be planting them in the next month or two. So is it? I have a question about you're in the southern hemisphere, right? So is your summer right now? Question mark. I'm just curious about that. A good friend of mine is from South Africa. His name is Peter, and like I first met him, I didn't know like what ethnicity is this guy because he wasn't like he didn't wasn't black, but he wasn't white. He looked, to be honest, he looked Mexican. That was my first, thought. Like, oh, he's Mexican. I didn't really think about it too much, but I mean, he definitely wasn't white. I'm not focused on race or anything, but you see someone, you meet somebody, like, okay, they're whatever, there's something. Um, anyways, then he started talking, and he had like this English accent, and I'm like, of course, it's not English; it's South African. But to a stupid American, it's hard to tell the two apart. They sound very similar. But he's like he's South African, but he's just like, I don't know. I guess South African, you can be a bunch of different things mixed together. But he is African, and he is English, and he is I think other things too. Um, but yeah, he's a really cool guy. He's a really good friend of mine. His name's Peter. He's from South Africa, and he likes to drink water and talk about his daughter. His accent. We make fun of it sometimes. Um, but yeah. So Pepper Guru says he uses UPS to South Africa. Probably works better. Whoa, Michael Edwards says I'm going to be in Grand Turks and Dominican Republic in January. Wow, you going on vacation or what's going on, man? That sounds cool. Dominican Republic is the largest exporter of peppers. I believe that. Um, Disco Bear, yeah, spring. No frost where I'm at either, which is great. Miss the snow, but yeah. So that's my friend says. That's from South Africa. He says that Central California kind of weather, like the coastal weather, or the California coast weather, is very similar. He said like San Diego is kind of like South Africa. He's from Cape Town, um, so I don't know. So pretty mild weather over there, I'm guessing. Uh, Nate Mitch says he's trying to talk his wife into going to the Dominican Republic. I don't think it's going good. Try for a while. Take her to Trinidad, man. um, where I really want to go. Where I really want to go is Las Cruces, New Mexico, because that's where the Chili Institute is. I really want to check that out. Uh, I'd even move there, dude. Like if the opportunity came up, if I could like somehow work there, even though I'm not like a specialist or anything. But I really like to at least visit La Cruces, New Mexico, and visit the Chile Institute. But I would like to go to the Caribbean. Never been to the Caribbean. I'd like to check out some of those countries in there that they grow a lot of peppers. Even like Central America, South America would be cool. It's super cheap to travel right now. Is that true? Okay, I have to check that out. Michael Edwards says he tries to go out of country once a year. COVID screwed me last year, so I missed the opportunity. I've been out of the country in a minute. And I've been out of the country quite a few times, but usually it's Mexico. I used to live near the border, so I've been to southern Mexico. Um, I think that's it. Wait, have I been to any other country besides Mexico? I've never even been to Canada. I think that's it. I've only been to Mexico. So that's my out of the country experience. Um, Mostly border towns. Um, but I love traveling. I'd love to go check out like the Bahamas or Caribbean countries, stuff like that, tropical places. That'd be super cool. Blazer Man 2021 tried shishito this year. Absolutely delicious. I've tried them a couple times. Nothing. They're good, and it was like store bought. Like somebody had some, and I tried them. Like, oh, yeah, they're pretty good. I've never grown them though. I have to try it one of these times. I always hear people talking about shishitos and how much they love them. Jamaica wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let you come over there this year. Jamaica would be cool. I'd like to check that out. Um, Trust me, I've been needing to get my annual trip too. Yeah, yeah. Traveling's so expensive. It's just like, and then you have to have time to do it. Um, I usually just stay in the states. Um, you know. I wish I could afford to go out of the country and had the time to do it. And I got a bunch of kids too, so it's hard, because it's hard. You can't really get people to watch your kids, and a lot of my kids are older too, so I feel messed up leaving them. They're like teenagers, and a couple kids that are over 18. Um, Jamaica should be open. All of South America, all of Central America, etc., is open. Okay, cool. Says airlines are currently a mess. Not cool. Okay, that's where you're supposed to go instead of the Grand Turks. Where is Grand Turks? Is that in Dominican Republic, or is that another like island near there? No. Oh, what time? It's already 10:48. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I think this has been my longest, been my longest live stream, and it's just me by myself. Um, Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Um, I was bored, so I want to hang out with my friends, so I came on here. But grenadines. What's grenadines? Grenadines? That's a place in the Caribbean? Good seeing you too, Nate Mitch. I don't want to sound too romantic, but man, I miss you. I miss seeing you around, man. You're a good bro. Used to see you on Discord a lot and stuff, but I know you've been busy and different things. But and thank you for the seeds that you sent me. Like I said, I think every single variety that you sent me, they did well. And I can't even remember all the different ones that you sent me. But I just remember like, oh yeah, this was one that Nate sent me, and it was man, and they did good, and they were really good tasting too. Yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you, Pepper Guru, for hanging out with us. I think you were on here the whole time, and Nate Mitch, you've been here. Good seeing you, man. And Kaya, I think I said it right? Thanks for joining us. Michael Edwards, always great to see you, my brother. And Blazer Man 2021, dude. You're a good dude. I think I always see you on Reddit. Not on there all the time, but you often comment on stuff. So it's good to have you in the chat and be able to talk with you. Uh, but yeah, man, it's have a good night. Thanks for coming out. God bless you guys. And hopefully we'll have something go live again tomorrow. And I apologize. I haven't gone live very much at all, and I miss it a lot. And so we will um, we will do one hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully we can have my Michael Edwards will be on and Arsenic Element, and who knows, maybe we'll get some other people on too. That would be fun. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. Peace.